I'm Lee's little sister who drew the short straw. What a tough day. One we dreaded for so long. I want to thank you for this turnout of love and support. Lee, you would have absolutely loved it. I've been asked to give a short eulogy, which for a larger-than-life guy like Lee is a colossal challenge. So I'm going to share some pretty fun facts, and then close with some thoughts for his immediate family. Let's start with Lee's name. Lee Allen Faaborg. L-A-F. Mom and Carl knew exactly what they were doing when they picked his name. As an adult, Lee served on the boards of Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America, and the Grand Island chapter of Leadership Tomorrow. And in the summer of 1973, when he was bored during summer break, Lee attempted to put me up for sale on the Org radio station's Party Line program. Lee managed men's fast-pitch softball teams for over 25 years, and his teams won 16 league titles, 11 state tourneys, 2 regional tournaments, and 1 incredible national championship. He's also in the Nebraska Softball Hall of Fame. And on one Friday night during Lee's senior year of high school, when he was the stud quarterback of Elvis' football team, a girl he had recently met showed up inebriated, shouting, "Lee, Lee," as she stumbled toward Lee on the sidelines, which resulted in an epic intervention from Mom, who showed no mercy. Lee loved to cook and smoke all kinds of meats for his many guests. And Lee's breakfast of champions every morning while we were in high school was a Mountain Dew and a Butterfinger candy bar. Lee attended community college for 2 years in Columbus, where he sang and toured with Brown and Tari show choirs. And several of those members are here today, and thank you for that. Unfortunately, the college didn't yet have dorms on campus in the early 80s, so Lee roughed it by living 1 year with Roy Otterschelt, Dan Rumpke, and Donovan Keeler in, get this, an A-frame cabin at Wagner's Lake in Columbus. Yes, someone actually rented their beautiful lakeside cabin to 4 college guys. Well, I'll finish this segment with a couple quick hits, and there's some audience participation in this. So please raise your hand if you were ever with Lee at the Oasis or driving around at Elba in our younger days, and he turned to you and said, "You gotta listen to this song. It's such a great song." Well, speaking of driving, Lee drove some legendary vehicles, which included, and again, during his infamous senior year of high school, Grandma Moravick's 1968 International Scout pickup. By the way, I checked with Randy, our resident mechanic, and that pickup was a 4-cylinder, 3-speed manual transmission, 90 horsepower beast that I'm guessing was the basis of many late-night memories for some here today. He also drove Rodney Wilson's former Cutlass, of course the Cubmobile Chevy Avalanche, and of course Lee's 78 red Ford Thunder Chicken. Well, I wish I could share more, but let me close with a few thoughts for Lee's family. To Lee's wife, Lisa, you are and will always be the sweetest, kindest person you could possibly be. And I personally am eternally grateful for the level of patience you had with him. He adored you, understandably, and you understood him too, based on the heart-wrenching decisions you and the girls made over the past week that everyone dreads. Thank you for being you, for being such a wonderful wife, and mother, and grandmother, and caretaker for Lee all these years. And to Diane and Kelsey, you are such mature, delightful offspring of someone I wasn't sure ever was going to figure out as a man. But you did, and look at you both. Such beautiful women in that night. Well, there was that one thing, Kayla, where I know you strategically and intentionally became a dental hygienist. Is it going to drag your father to see a dentist? But we do what we gotta do, right? finally, a shout out to Lee and Lisa's grandchildren. And of course, his future granddaughter. Maddie, wherever you are. There you are. Maddie, you are tough and feisty, and I can't wait to watch you grow up. And Will, who I secretly refer to as Karma. I'm so glad you got to know your grandpa Lee. And he couldn't stop bragging about you. He talked about you all the time when he would call me, what was Will up to? It's super creepy how you remind us of how he was when he was your age. And I have a feeling it's not going to stop there. I hope, Maddie, you know how much your grandpa loved you, and how much he wishes he could have stayed longer to see you grow up. Well, there's going to be more time later for stories, and trust me, I've got some doozies. So let me close with this. As painful as this day is, as hard as it is to even think about life without me and him no longer having a physical presence with us, he's here, watching and laughing, and wanting us to continue moving forward with a song in our hearts,